If your goal is to sound more natural in American English, there may be one feature of the language that you are not currently using that can immediately help you sound more natural. Those are contractions, and today we're going to be talking about how to use contractions with a dark L sound and O sound at the end. Hey, good morning, guys. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show. Wake up, American. We're here Monday through Friday, typically around 8 a.m. New York, to make sure that you can get in your 5 to 10 minutes of pronunciation practice for today. To guide you in this process, there is me. Hello, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath, which is one of the 4 keys to a natural sound in American English pronunciation: clean placement, pitch, breath, trying to weaken your consonant sounds and strengthen your vowels. And today we're looking at contractions, and we're going to be looking at contractions that involve will, which will get reduced to just an O sound. That O sound, when you're making it, is called again a dark L, where I'm putting the tip of my tongue down against the bottom of my mouth, and I'm raising the back of my tongue slightly. And the sound I really want to try to get is with a lot of air moving through and a lot of breath. The trouble that I see a lot of students have with this, good morning to Milad, trouble that I see a lot of students have is that they get a little tight with this, like and things like that. So it's really closing off the sound. You want to make sure you're projecting from a low spot with lots of air moving through. This needs to be fast. It needs to be very weak. It's not the emphasized part of our word. Let's take a look and see what are the words that we're actually going to be targeting today, which are these. Okay, so we're going to be looking at dark L's specifically with question words. Okay, so one of the things, again, we're going to see is that as we get to the end of the word, we want our pitch to drop and these O sounds to be very, very light, weak, and fast. So again, just a quick O sound. Let's just say each of these twice, and then we'll do some practice sentences as well. Bueno. Bueno. So instead of saying when it will, bueno. Bueno. How. How. Who. Who. Where. Where. What'll. What'll. While. While. All right, let's now just think of some quick example sentences for these. And of course, if you have questions about anything we've done so far, let me know. But hopefully the thing you noticed, let's use one as an example, like when, the O is so low. It's not when'll, where everything rises, placement jumps up, pitch jumps up. Not what we're trying to go for. We're trying to keep it down. When'll, okay? Or how, or all these other words. So a quick example sentence, just so you can repeat after me. When'll you go? 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 How'll you get there? How'll you get there? How'll you get there? How'll you get there? Who'll you see? Who'll you see? Who'll you see? One of the things I hope you're noticing as well is that right before our stressed word, right before, in this case, see, who'll you see? See being our stress. Right before we get there, what do we do pitch-wise? We drop. You take an extra step down. Who'll you see? So instead of saying who'll you see, because that's very flat, right? Who'll you see? The pitches are too similar. Versus if you're like who'll you see, it's going to add a lot more contrast and make it a much easier experience for your listener to understand the things that you say. Who'll you see? Who'll you see? Where'll you travel to? Where'll you travel to? Where'll you travel to? Where'll you travel to? What'll you take? What'll you take? So again, what will you take? What'll you take? What'll you take? And then our last one with while, which is actually just going to sound like the adverb of time. While. Okay. It's like while you go there? While you go there? While you go there. While you go there. Okay. So as you practice these, the other thing I want you to pay attention to with the question words is to make sure you're holding your question, the vowel in your question word long enough. So it's very easy for the consonant before the vowel and the consonant after the vowel to kind of squeeze everything together and compress the sound. That's obviously not our goal. We want to make sure that the vowel is the central part of our word. So we want to make sure that we're giving it enough space. Okay, so bueno. See how weak the w sound is and see how weak the n sound is. Notice too when I say that when I'm making that, watch my lips when I say bueno. I'm not doing when, so let's talk about the lip position a little bit. You don't need to round your lips into anything crazy here. You can actually keep your lips relatively straight. Bueno. So instead of bueno, because if you round the lips, what can happen is it can cause your placement to shoot up high. It's like when, but I don't want to say when. I want to say when. The difference between when and where. Okay, so I'm trying to keep everything low and down. So that's why when I'm saying that, when I'm saying bueno, I want to keep my lips straight and I want to try to project from a lower position. Bueno. Just try saying, for instance. There we go. Sorry for the spike. So in the case of bueno again, just try saying bueno 3 times. Bueno. Hopefully that sound is very apparent and clear because that's the key of this word. Bueno. It's not when. If you get a sound like that, when, like anything like that where it gets really choppy and things like that, not what we're going for. It should be okay. Same thing with like our next word. What's up, Sue? Gosh, great to see you again. Our next word, howl. So it's not about the H, it's not ha. It's not about the L. Howl. So again, it's all about that ow, howl. How about our next word, hool. So again, see if you can do this with straight lips. Hool. So it's not hool. No, hool. Try to keep it smooth. That old sound really fast and light. How about our next one? Whirl. So it's not whirl. No, it's whirl. Focus on the air. Whirl. Our next one, waddle. So it's like waddle. So it's not waddle. What? It's waddle. And our last one here, while with the diphthong. Be careful. It's not while. Not the right sound. We want while. Okay. So practice those, guys. Let me know how your contractions are going. If you have more questions about contractions, we're doing a whole series on contractions right now. You can check out the previous 2 streams for more practice on the most common contractions in American English. Thanks for hanging out with me today. There's a million pronunciation resources out there, so the fact you spent some time with me is greatly appreciated. We will see you all later. Once more, my name is Jeff. Rhymes with breath. 4 keys to a natural sound. Placement, pitch, breath. Trying to weaken your consonant sounds. Hope you guys have a good day, have a good night, and a good afternoon. You all take care.